My name is Sarah with Holistic Living. I'm an intuitive health and life coach, healer, and author, and I'm here today with Susie Sullivan, one of my clients. And I'm just so excited to hear her story. And I'm going to have her explain and describe kind of like where she was and where she is today, because it's truly like one of my favorite story to tell. So, okay, Susie, tell us where you were.
Well, I have gone through I'm 61 now, and I've gone through a lot in the past, I'd say 12, 13 years. Grew up in a kind of normal household, but my mom was extremely hard on me, and so I developed all kinds of problems. Mainly, the first thing that came up, because there wasn't a lot of drinking in our house, the first thing that came up with was dieting, and then anorexia and bulimia.
Mm-hmm.
And in the process of that, I met my first husband and was introduced to drinking. And so when I got pregnant with my first daughter, I switched from, I didn't want to be bulimic while I was pregnant, so I switched from that to alcohol. And I've been really struggling with alcohol addiction and drug addiction, and kind of going back and forth and trying to hope that I could just be normal. And it's never worked. And so most recently, I was in treatment, and I was tired of the merry-go-round that I've been on for 10 years.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure exactly what made me call Sarah, but I was looking for something more than just somebody to massage or to make me have more hands-on. I wanted somebody that was more spiritually, inept and not inept. Spiritually, developed and understand what we could do to make it more, to make my healing process better. And so we started. It's been almost a year, right?
I thought that was in May, because I remember like May or March when you called.
Okay.
I think.
Oh yeah. Okay. So
because
it's been
you remember
less than
that we started, and then I was like, well, I have a trip going to Italy because I'm seeing my family for the first time, and but we kept in touch. But I remember that you called me and you're like, I have a team that I've been working with, and this has been my life path, and I'm looking for something different.
Right.
And I want something holistic. I want spirituality, and something that is just out of the box at this time.
Right. And I had started to kind of like dabble a little bit in Buddhism and mindfulness and all those things, and that's what really got me to the point where I knew that I had to make some huge changes in order to heal. And today, I mean, it's amazing how much I've changed, and how I've had a business of my own for 5 years, and just most recently I have changed it to a business here in this area. We're from Southern California now. We're living in Central California, close to where Sarah lives, and we I wasn't sure how it was going to work out, but I'm so excited about it now. I've got it, I've got all these pieces and things going on, and hired a marketing company, and my life is really good today. It's much different than it was. What I think I learned most from being in addiction and problems is that it's such a in the technical terms it's called cognitive dissonance, where you think you know you're doing something wrong, but you do it anyway.
Right.
Right. And for me, it was so bad that once I got to the point where I'm like, I don't want to do this anymore. I want to be, I just want to be healthy all the time. I want to, be happy
Yeah.
more often. I finally figured that out, and it got to, it got to the point where I was like, that's it. I'm going to fix this, and I'm going to heal. And Sarah has been an incredible help.
Thank you. Yeah.
She's so, and she's so loving and warm and spiritual, and you can just tell that she's not, there's nothing unrealistic about it. It's a very loving, helpful relationship. And even though I'm feeling better, I'm going to continue
Awesome.
seeing her and being part of, having her as part of my treatment for years to come, because it's so helpful.
Thank you, Susie. Yeah, I think what I want for people to hear, it's also like the journey of like addiction. It's kind of like we're moving from one addiction to another, and I had that too. Okay, maybe not at the extent of what you had, but I really felt you.
Yeah.
Because I had eating disorders, and then I went into alcohol for a little bit, and then I went different like addictive patterns.
Right.
And then when you came, and I was like, we've got to get to the root cause. Like, we're just not getting there through whatever you've been doing. And I'm not saying that wasn't helpful. I'm just saying we needed like an extra.
Right. We needed more. Yeah.
An extra to really go and unroot those traumas, I would say, like that were still playing in your life.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just so excited for you. You have a business, and I'm going to show you guys what she has made for me. She's truly talented. And what's the business name again?
Vintage Kitchen and Home.
Yeah, so she's so creative. Truly. And I think for me, watching you grow, but also watching you to be like, okay, I'm done suffering, and now I'm going to do something that it's truly, I think, your life purpose.
Yeah.
She can transform old objects into beautiful things, and it's such a healing gift that you have.
I'm fortunate enough to have a barn on my property that's my store or my shop, and gosh, I go down there and I'm just in heaven, knowing that I started cleaning it yesterday and getting it, organized, and it's a beautiful space, and it's going to be definitely it helps me not only, in so many ways, but it does help me with healing.
Yeah.
And having a purpose like that is what life is all about. I mean, you have to have some kind of purpose, and whether you're struggling from, alcohol addiction, drug addiction, food addiction, there's so many choices that can be made that go in the opposite direction of that, and there's so much hope.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I'm just so happy to have you here and to have you in my life. Thank you so much, Susie, for...
Oh, you're so welcome. I'm so happy to have you in my life too.